Get Graded. The new UK-based grading company, which opened up at the beginning of the year, has now been met with a lot of criticism in the past month and a half, I would say. Ever since I've known about it, I've known that there were a few issues with some people's cards in about a month now, for the month of March, when people were getting their returns back, or maybe a bit for earlier. But either way, I sent off a bunch of cards from Dragon Ball Super, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon and Digimon. So they graded all 4 games. I think it was about 28 cards. I think it might have been 30 cards. Send them all in. I just got them back. So we're going to go over them and just give them a review. Got to stay neutral, but let's see how we go. I just want to state that my experience with them from the very beginning started off really well. Like, the communication was on point. My cards got to them fine. They said that they graded them fine. And then when all these issues came about, it just kind of went downhill. And communication for me, especially when I'm sending in some cards as well, that are really like nostalgic for me, as well as I did have the intention of flipping some cards as well. So that communication is key, in my opinion, in anything. No matter what it is, you just want to communicate well with your customers. And they slipped on that with me a lot. I had to contact them a lot of the time to find out what was happening. And yeah, it just wasn't great, in my opinion. So let's have a look at the cards, and we'll go through there. And like I said, they've graded Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Pokemon and Dragon Ball Super. As you can see, they're all here in front of me. I do have obviously more Dragon Ball Super and Pokemon than I do Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm going to put timestamps down, so if you just want to skip over, you're more than welcome to. So let's go straight into Yu-Gi-Oh, and we'll go Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super. So let's get straight into the Yu-Gi-Oh. So let's start with Yu-Gi-Oh. Gonna just go over the card. Let's see where it goes. And right off the bat, I can see that this card is literally floating in midair. As you can see, hopefully you can. Like, it's not touching any of the edges, any of the corners. So I don't know. Is it loose? If I whack it about, does it move? So if I do that, it doesn't look like it's moving. But first of all, I have to say the actual case itself is pretty solid. Like that's pretty nice. I do like that case. So let's... Oh, I don't even know which side the grade is on. Is it on this side? Let's see. Yeah, so the grade's on that side. So Butterfly Dagger Elma. This is an old school card. I did pull this myself. I think you can even tell from the surface. So surface is 9, edge is 9, centering 9.5, corners 9.5 as well. And it got an overall 9, which is nice. But again, because it's not sitting in the center, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, again, I'm going to just try and give it a knock. Let's give it a couple of knocks. So it does move. The card is moving around in there. So if I were to send them a Yu-Gi-Oh card again, I actually don't think I would. Thankfully, I only sent 3 cards. And to be honest, they're not that expensive of cards. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the card just literally being in midair. It's literally just sitting there doing nothing. So next card, Solemn Judgment, but this one is from Metal Raiders in Spanish or Portuguese. I think it's Portuguese actually. First edition as well. Surface is 9.5, centering 9.5, corners and edges 9. So getting an overall 9 as well. Again, if I just get that in there, see how far that is off the edge in the corner. Like, I don't know. Again, just don't know how I feel. Let's give it another knock again. Yeah, it does move ever so slightly. So yeah, still, I just don't know how I feel about it being in midair. So far, I think, again, the card itself, let's have a look at the Solemn Judgment. So Solemn Judgment, first edition, PMT P127 2002, Asian, Portuguese. I think they're okay. I think their printing is still a little off. Like, that one's just got printing issues. I can imagine that would be a thing as well. So last card, again, just sitting in midair. It's a Dark Flare Knight, which is a PSA. No, PSA. It's not PSA. This is Get Graded 9. This one, however, has centering as 8.5. Centering 8.5, surfaces and edges 9, and then corners 9.5. So yeah, who knows. Well, like I said, the cases themselves are quite nice. I think they are pretty much standard PSA-ish, I would say. There's nothing that separates these apart. But yeah, not too bad on that. Let's go straight into... Ooh, what should we do next? Let's go Digimon. Okay, Digimon now. And because they're bigger cards, it's actually sitting a lot better. I think these cases were obviously made for Pokemon. So the graphic looks a lot better. I'm just going to flip around and then we'll just see how we get. Piedmon, first one being an overall 9. Piedmon BT2080, 2021 release special booster reference, and then surfaces at 8, centering edges and corners 9. That's, yeah, I'm not sure why the surface got an 8, to be honest. Like, again, what is that? Can we see that in there? There's something in there. Don't know if it's showing up on there. No, but it's got. Let's take this out of its case. So there is a bit of gunk in there which I can see. And obviously I'll just pull this out and I can see that there's a lot of like finger marks on it. So obviously people have just not. That's just how it's been. Yeah, there is something like there is dust or something in there. But again, I do like the case. The case is quite nice. Can I pull it open? Which some have not graded ones, but anyway. The case is nice itself. So again, I'm not 100% sold on their label. I think it's still a bit rough, but we can make that out. I'll leave that aside. Let's get you in frame. Next one we have Puppetmon. Again, 2021 release boost. Yep, release special booster. Sorry, mint 9, 10, 9.5. Yeah, I mean this one looks okay so far. Nothing inside. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I don't have much. Like I said, this is my first ever like grading submissions, even though it's not from PSA or Beckett's or anything. So I don't really have anything to like compare it to. But hopefully my PSA submissions will be back very, very soon. But I'm still going to take that as a 9. I do like the fact that they come in these cases, in these like plastic cases. It just makes it look a little bit more professional. But anyway, next one. Lilithmon, which is a 9 as well. So what I'm actually looking for in all of these is that the spelling is correct, mainly the spelling is correct, and that the card is not damaged in any way, which is what has happened in the past. So Lilithmon is spelt right, BT3091, 2020 release, special booster. Everything's just it's just a solid 9, so that's okay. It's not too bad. I don't see any card damage or anything since I actually pulled the card as well, so that's okay. Put that there. Let's move these down. So I've got what, 3? Okay, so let's just move those over. So 3 more cards from Digimon. Let's have a look at the next one. Again, nothing is out of the ordinary that I can see off the bat. Nothing on corners or anything. Card looks okay, and we have another Piedmon. This one's a 10, so that's really nice to get that as a 10. Again, there's, what is that? I think there's just a little bit of scuff inside it. What is that on top? Let's take this case off again. Move that aside, and let's have a look. Is that in? Yeah, so that's inside the card there. There, if I move that closer, that little speck inside is on the card. So the case has a scratch on it as well. I can see that. That's just there. But again, apart from that, Piedmon. Yep, Piedmon BT2080 release special booster. Centering is 10, corners 10, edges 9, and surfaces 9.5. So that gives it an overall 10. Again, I'm not sold on their printing, but Nice to get that as a 10. So that's our first 10 Piedmon there. Next one we have another Lilithmon. Did I send more than one? I didn't even know. So another Lilithmon. Again, nothing off the bat that I can see. It's got a 9. Lilithmon is spelt right. Release special booster 2021. Corners 10. Centering 9. Edges 9.5. Gives it an overall 9. Let's compare them actually. So this has obviously got everything 9 on the dot. This one's got corners 10, edges 9.5. So maybe this does have a little bit of winding, who knows. But on the back it looks completely fine again as well. So I'm happy to get a 10 at least. Especially like some of these cards have actually shot up in price, especially the Lilithmon's SR, normal SRs. I think it's around almost 20, 25 touching now. Last card, if I remember correctly, this should be another Piedmon. I am going to actually hold the... Let's see. Yes, so it is a Piedmon. And we get an overall 9 as well. This one's got corners and surfaces as 8.5. And then centering and edges as a 9 as well. Again, to be honest, I'm not really like enjoying what I'm pulling. I'm actually looking for... Like I said, I'm looking for like... what's wrong with so many things that have gone wrong in previous submissions that people have put out. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm not going to deny it. I'm really happy that I got a 10, 2, 9. Well, through all of these I've got 9 so far, and then I got the 110. So I am happy about that. But I'm just not as excited because, like I said, I'm just looking out for those mishaps. So you know what I'm going to do? So that's what our Digimon looks like. When I move to Pokemon, which is the next one, I'm actually going to not bother and just go with what we got, because they're a bit more nostalgic cards. So let's move to the Pokemon. Okay, Pokemon, here we go. Now this, I know there's 3 cards in here, which again, I'm not expecting them to be over an 8 at most. I think there'll be 8 at the best. Maybe I think there'll be about 7, maybe. If they're 6 or 5, then that's what I'm saying. But here we go. Let's go through these one by one. So we got a mix of Japanese. I'm going to do all the Japanese ones first. Yeah, so let's do the Japanese ones right at the top, and then we'll go through the rest of them. So here we go. First Japanese card, we have a 9 Grimmsnarl. So that's okay, actually. Shiny Star V. Japan is just JP. Centering is 9.5 corners, 9 edges, 8.5 surface. So I'm not sure how that got an 8.5 as a surface, because again, these were all pretty much pack fresh, but everyone expects like pack fresh cards to be 9s, maybe 10s. It doesn't always happen, but obviously I've got the 9 here, but the surface is the 8.5, which is laying it down, so that's okay. Next Japanese card is a 10 Dracopod. So Dracopod's a good one to get a 10. I am actually happy with that. I do like that as a 10. Mainly because it's Dracopod. It's just a fan favourite. So centering 9, edges 10, corners 10, surfaces 9.5. And again, everything looks okay. Dracopod V. So this is V Max. So there's something wrong. But hey, this is a V Max, not V. So that's a bit of a mistake there. That's unfortunate. Next one, we've got Crobat V, which looks nice as a 9. Crobat is actually one of the better shinies in my opinion. I don't know why, but it just looks really, really nice. So centering 8.5, corners 9.5, edges 9.5, surfaces 9 as well. So again, I'm actually okay with that. Everything seems to be okay. Crobat V, it's not V Max, that's a V Max. So they messed up there. So let's put that there as well. Final Japanese card. If I'm correct, I remember it being a Center Scorch. But let's have a look. Oh no, it's not. It's a Reshiram. Reshiram Amazing Rare. A Japanese Pristine 10, which it says. So Pristine, mint, mint. Okay. So again, nothing out of the ordinary. This one looks okay. Centering 10, corners 10, surfaces 9.5, edges 9.5 as well. So I'm happy to have got that in a 10 as well, which is really nice. Here we go, into the actual the English Pokemon cards. So we start with a Margie 8 Near Mint. So this is one of the cards that I wanted to send in just for nostalgia. Like, you'll see there's 2 actually. There's a Margie and there's a Lola, which is Acerola, but just in different languages. And I literally just love them. So Burning Shadows French, it does say there as well. Acerola, 2017. Centering 9.5, corners 8.5, surfaces 8.5, edges 7. So I can't, to be honest, see where the... Oh, okay, maybe that one there. Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. But this was one of the cards that yeah, there's a lot on that side. I can agree with that I remember that. So this was one of the cards that I can agree that it was not going to be more than an 8, if anything. So this I'm okay with. So I can, like I said, it's fine. So let's move that over. And it does say near mint, mint, pristine. Let's get them all in. Next Pokemon card is, I don't know if they'll be in order, but is this the next Margie? The Lola, sorry? Tropical Beach German. Ooh, what a card. Again, this is another one that I was not expecting to get more than an 8, so that it got an 8 is good. Tropical Beach, Black White, BW50, 2012, Promo German, 7.5 surface, 8.5 edges, 9 centering, corners 8.5. So I'm actually happy for this, and this is just going to sit with me forever. I'm just happy that this was there. So there, nice as an 8. 2 more cards, I can't remember. So there's one more Acerola, and then what was the other card that I sent through? I actually can't remember off the top of my head. But here we go, let's have a look. A Professor's Research as a pristine 10. Okay, there we go. Professor's Research, 201 out of 202. I don't like how that's so close. That is there. Let's get that in. See how close that is to the edge. But they could have spaced it out a bit more. 2020 Sword and Shield. Surface 9, edges 9.5, centering 9.5, and corners 10. So that's nice to get as a 10. Pristine. Love it. So now this is the Lola. I remember this card. I wanted it so much because it's just Acerola, but it's called Lola, which I think is brilliant. This is the 3rd card that I do not expect to be over an 8. If it gets a 9 or a 10, I'm going to be over the moon, but I highly doubt it. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So Acerola, Burning Shadows German, which is called Lola. It comes as an 8. Surfaces 7, centering 8.5, edges 9, corners 8.5. So I'm happy with that. Again, this is a card that's just going to stay with me. It does have a mark on there. Is that in the card itself? I do not know. But I can agree with that. So there we go. So far, I'm actually okay with everything so far, apart from the Dracopult, which is not V, it's a V Max. That's the only thing that's letting it down. But so far, I'm actually quite happy with how things are turning out. Dragon Ball Super. So now these cards I sent in, they were pretty cheap. I say cheap, these are all secret rares, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think they're all secret rares, ranging from various sets. So these are the lower end of the secret rares, but with the recent boom that's happened within Dragon Ball Super, and not just Dragon Ball Super, I'd say with most games as well. In Digimon, I've seen it. But Dragon Ball Super secrets have just shot through the roof. Like have gone from £100 to almost £300-400. So that's another reason why I was a bit skeptical with everything that was going on. But let's go straight into it. Hopefully we can get some 9s and 10s. Let's get into the first one. We get a pristine 10 Baby Janemba. Like that is, oh, I do like that as a 10. Again with the name, let's see if we can get that in there. It does say Baby Janemba CC. So it doesn't say corrupt coalescence. It just says Baby Janemba CC. Centering 10, corners 10, edges 10, surfaces 9.5, giving a pristine 10 overall. I'm happy with that. I'm a little upset about the Baby Janemba CC. Maybe they could have put the whole card in, but anyway, that's nice. That's a great start. Get graded a GG10. Second card, nothing on the back. We get a mint 9 Black Smoke Dragon. Again, this is now BS Dragon E.Evil. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about the name on there. Universal Onslaught, surfaces 9, centering 9, edges 10, corners 9.5. That's okay. Here we go. Next one. It's got a bit of scuff on it. Nope, that's actually on the plastic wrapping. Yeah, I can get rid of that. That's fine. Okay, and we get a 9 SS4 Vegeta Preak of Primitive Power. I think these Dragon Ball names are quite long. I'm not going to deny. Like, I can understand why they've cut it down. Yeah, okay. I'm not fussed on that. I'm not too fussed on it. I can understand they've gone SS4 Vegeta Peak of P Power. So I can understand why they've done it. I'm not too fussed on it. I think it's okay. Maybe they could have put the Get Graded logo down, like lowered their logo. Maybe, who knows. Next card. Nothing on the back. Bit of scuff on the actual plastic, but that's fine. I can get rid of that. We get a 9 Power of Potara, Vegito, Kefla, and Zamasu. Again, the name is P.O. Pot. P of Pot, Veg, Kef, and Zam. I'm liking that. There we go. P of Pot. That's what it's called from now on, ladies and gents. Edges 10, corners 10, centering and surfaces 8.5. I actually have played with this card, so I can assume the surfaces are a bit dodgy, but that's fine. Centering, I don't know how the centering got an 8.5. That looks pretty good to me. But I'm not going to shy away from a 9. I'm happy with that as a 9. And here we go. Next one. I don't know, let's call Goku Jr. No. Negative energy balls as a mint 9. It's okay, 9.5 on everything. Centering is 8.5 and the corners 10. So the centering letting it down a little bit. This probably could have got a 10 had those centering been 9.5. But this is a very strong 9. So that's okay. Can we get any more 10s? What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 3 left. Sorry, 4, including one in my hand. Can we get any more 10s? We get a 9 Raditz, Vegeta, and Broly. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's nice. Nothing off the top that I can see. The card is in good condition. Yeah, I'm liking that. SS3 Rad Veg Bro. That's what it is. So they've shortened the names down just so that they can fit it in. Again, I'm not going to complain too much about it. I can understand why, because getting these long names on there is going to be a bit of a pain. Here we go. Pristine 10, Distant Descendant, Goku Jr. I love that. Centering 9, surfaces 9.5, edges and corners 10. I do like that. 10 pristine. And this card is one card that shot up. So I think it was like 30, maybe 40 pounds at the time when I sent it, and then it just shot all the way to over 100. So that's a big card to get back there in a 10 as well. Beyond Darkness Demigra in a 10 as well. So that's both the cards from Colossal Warfare in a 10. Love it. I'm happy with that. Centering 10, corners 10, edges 10, surfaces 9.5. Yeah, that's good. Liking that. Final card. It is Majin Buu as a 10. Oh, I'm not even in frame there. What am I doing? Surface is 9.5, edges 9.5, centering in corners 10. That's big. That's another big card to get as a 10. So overall, I'm actually really happy with the cards. I think the service was a bit shoddy, I'm not going to deny, but I think overall they're like the way that they've handled everything, the way that they've shown the cards, bar the Dragapult VMAX, I think I'm actually quite happy with what I've received here. But good amount of 10s, nothing that I expected out of the ordinary, like nothing getting like a 9 when I expected it, a 6 or a 7 when I expected it to be 9 or 10. So yeah, so really happy with all of that. Will I send more cards in? Definitely not sending any more Yu-Gi-Oh! I will not ever send any more Yu-Gi-Oh! Will I send more of the other cards? Maybe. I think they've started off really badly, so now the only way that they can go is up. And I would like to say that on eBay, and I know on Facebook as well, cards are selling. Like these certain cards are selling. Mainly Pokemon, obviously. I'm not sure about any of the other games, but Pokemon cards are selling with these Get Graded slabs. So find out for yourself. I hope you enjoyed the video, ladies and gents. Like, this was my first ever submission that I've done. I've done a PSA submission as well, but they're not going to be back till summer. So hopefully they come back and I'll do a video for those as well. So yeah, I'm happy. I think I'm happy. Let's go with that. Okay, ladies and gents, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below on what your thoughts are on Get Graded, the company, on how they're going to be. Let me know. I would love to know what you all think about it. So I think I might send some more cards in. I'm definitely not sending Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to keep repeating that. I'm not doing that because I don't like the fact that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card is just in space. It's just sitting there. So yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you very, very soon.